Hello everybody, welcome back to Emma Bobbins. I am Emma and this is my channel where I talk about all things cross stitch and sometimes everything else as well, but you know, mostly cross stitch, mostly cross stitch. Today's video I think is actually going to be a little bit of a quick one because actually I don't have a lot to show you, but I think we'll go through finishes. There's a finish, you probably know this, but there's a finish. There is also a lot of progress on one of the projects I'm working on. Absolutely no progress on another. And you know how I said like I wasn't gonna buy new supplies and stuff like that? Yeah, that went out the window. So I've got a new start coming up soon, which is exciting. We will go to finishes first because the Black Girl Mermaid is finished. Look at, I'm just like trying to find out the least exposed way I can show you this, but look at her. She turned out so good. I'm so impressed with all the metallic colours, like how well they flow together. And then like see this part on her tail? I'm obsessed with how all the colours like merge all together in this part of her tail. It's just so pretty. And she's just adorable. I love her. This is a pattern by Happy Sloth Patterns. I've stitched one of their things before for definite. I know the Mr. Sparkle is what I was trying to say there, was from Happy Sloth Patterns, and now this is my second finish from Happy Sloth Patterns. They are on Etsy. I'll leave them linked below in case you're interested. The Ada is an 18 count pastel rainbow. It's really hard to show on camera, but it is definitely there. And this is an over dyed effect, I think. Completely blank on the back. And then it's just on the one side, but there's the colour. All the threads, the, should we call them normal colours, like her skin, the hair, the kelp and the rocks are all DMC colours that were called for. And then all the metallics are a mix between Glisten Gloss and Krynic colours. I'm currently working on a video for the Mermaid start to finish. I'm hoping to get that out in like a week or two's time. It's a chonky edit, it's like almost 2 hours long and I need to film some more stuff for it. If you're interested in the colours that I've substituted the DMC out for the Glisten Gloss and the Krynics, then I will list them all in the Mermaid start to finish video, so I'll try and remember to link that somewhere in this video so you can go check it out if you like. I don't know, she just came out so good. I don't think I'm a great stitcher by any matter or means, you know, but I just think she turned out so well when I had just like this really crazy idea and I didn't really have any expectations of how it would look. Never really worked that much with metallics before. She's just, I'm keeping an eye out for a frame for her because I don't know what kind of frame I want to go for yet. If I see something that I like, I'll pick it up so that she's ready to be framed once we move into our own place. She was an absolute dream to work on. The fabric, as you can see, has frayed quite a lot, unfortunately. In terms of working the metallics, yeah, it was pretty good actually. I only had to do one frogging, shall we say, and that was because I had chosen one of the yellow Glisten Gloss colours and I'd stitched it in like some parts of her brow. I'll pop some pictures up so that you can see. I posted this on Instagram too. I felt like the yellow was just it just didn't match the rest of the colours, so I actually ended up substituting it for another colour that I had got. I'll go into this in the Mermaid start to finish video, but I'm okay with working with metallics actually. Like, I didn't feel that I really needed any thread conditioner or beeswax. I did try it on some, but I just felt that maybe I was using too much. I coated the strand so it like kind of dulled the shine of some of the stitches, so I didn't wash this, I just ironed over it, as you'll see in start to finish. It's come off now obviously because I've been touching it and ironing it and stuff like that. Yeah, I felt it didn't really, one, make it any easier with the Glisten Gloss threads. They were a dream to work with, and the Krynics were okay. Like, I didn't really feel like it helped anything, so like I was like, oh, I'm not doing it for the rest. There's no point if it's not making a difference. That's what she looks like, the back. I know some people get interested in that. She's pretty tidy, and I have done what I normally do and glued all the back down. Very pleased with her. I think she's turned out better than I could have ever dreamed, and I maybe cut the fabric a little bit too short, but it's fine. I'll find a way to frame her the way she is. That was my only finish in the past month-ish. I'm just gonna go in order in this pile that I've got over here. You know how I told you guys a little while ago that I was sewing? I made myself a project bag and like, it's a bit of a slap hack job, you know. What I like about it is, right, okay, I've got the window, I've got a nice little zip here. Little focus, there we go, look, nice zip. So this is an 11-inch so easy frame with a clip on it to hold all my fabric together. Look, it fits in. As I say, I can't quite put it in holding it up and like smushing it down, but it does fit. Yeah, there we go, see, it fits. And there's plenty of extra room. And I deliberately made it this way, and I didn't follow a guide or anything like that. I've never bought a project bag before either, so I've only seen pictures online of what they look like. That was what I was working with, okay? Because, I don't know about you guys, but I just feel like some of the project bags look like they're meant to be for hoops, so they're really narrow openings. They look really tight once everything goes into it, whereas I was kind of thinking something a little bit more expandable, you know. Look at the sides on this. I need to be really honest, I did not measure, I did not iron. I didn't iron in my creases. I just kind of went for it, and it's not the best, right? But it's a good prototype, I think, for future project bags. This is a really cute strawberry fabric I got from Hobbycraft. I think it was it £10 a meter? I can't remember, something about that. Yes, we have expanding edges on all sides apart from the top, because I kind of forgot about the top, but the bottom as well has plenty of space. I have a project in mind, which is a new start, which I'll tell you about in a minute, that I'm going to keep in here because I do not under any circumstances want anything getting on it, so it's got a nice safe place to be. And I really enjoyed making this. I had got so far. I think I'd made the back panel and I had sewed on the zip and the plastic at the front, and then I just didn't look at it again for 3 weeks because my mind was absolutely fried because I was trying to work out how can I make it expanding edges on each of the 3 remaining sides that I haven't stitched. I had a lovely holiday from work, so I had a week off. Was that last week? Oh my god, it feels like so long ago. First day of my holidays, this is what I finished. I really like it. I definitely want to make some more, and there's actually a custom fabric place. I think it is just called Custom Fabrics UK or something like that. I'll leave their Instagram linked below. They do like so many different types of print, gorgeous print, and they also offer it in, you know, like the Cath Kidston bags, you get like that kind of waxy material, it's kind of waterproof. They offer that, or something similar to that, I think. They offer like all these different types of material, not just canvas, which I thought would be really interesting to try to make a project bag. So watch this space. If I ever was to start up a shop or anything like that, this is the kind of thing that I'm going for. Something not massive, but big enough to fit in your bulkier projects, some sort of waterproof material just in case, you know, there's drinks around. I know I'm terrible, I'm so clumsy, I just like throw drinks up walls and stuff like that. I'm terrible for it. The fact that I've got this far in my cross-stitching journey and literally nothing has been spilled on them is a miracle, but I'm not gonna pretend like that miracle is gonna last forever. So yes, I will be making more of these. I just don't have time. I don't have time. Really hard juggling multiple hobbies at the same time is so difficult. Okay, so after that slight tangent, we'll go to my WIPs that are still in progress. This one I haven't showed you for a little while. So this is the Christmas countdown. This was the one in Crossstitcher magazine. I have made no progress on this whatsoever. It's not even come out of its little cover. Probably going to start on this once I start my new WIP so that I'm actually making progress on this, because I said I wanted it for our house, our first house together, to be ready for that Christmas, and it's April and I haven't picked it up since December, so I really need to get cracking on this. There's a lot more to do, like down, including some sewing, so I really need to get cracking with it and just get it out of the way. I think I haven't really left a lot of room at the top, so I'm like, sugar. It's pretty though. I'm hoping to restart it eventually once my new start comes into place, because I just don't think I'll be able to work on my other WIP that requires quite a lot of brain power, and I know my new start will also consume a lot of brain power also. Oh my god, yeah, there's so much fabric at the back. I've showed you this a million times, there's just so much fabric. I can't wait to show you this one. And my only other WIP, as we know, is Dragon Dance of Lake Debts by Nadija Gavrilankova. Here is the picture of what it should look like when it's finished, and this has had so much love because I finished the Mermaid and then immediately picked this one back up. So It's had a lot done to it actually. Although I think I looked at it on Markup RXP and I've only done like 6,000 or 7,000 stitches and there's like 30,000, so I have so much still to go. Although I did like roughly measure the fabric because I've been stitching and I don't quite have enough. But I measured it out and it is definitely enough. Pretty sure this is on a 14 count Zweigart in navy blue. I've done 6,292 stitches and I've still got 31,736 to go. I didn't start this in Markup RXP, so these stats aren't quite right, but at the moment I've been stitching for nearly 24 hours just in Markup RXP. Yeah, this one's in it for the long run and I don't know if I'll be able to have the headspace to do this, although it's so fun. It's a lot of blends and I think that's why it's actually really effective. Like the change in colours is so seamless because it does use quite a lot of blends. I'm using all of the called for DMC and what I'm trying to do is kind of get like the back stitching done as I'm going. You'll see, I just think this part here looks like a big smiley face. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous and I'm already wanting to do another one because she has so many dragons and like, oh, I love dragons. Dragon Dance of like Depths is coming along very nicely. Although I think I will probably put it down for a little while I get my new start up and running. Then I'll switch over to the advent calendar and try get some stitches in on that so we can get it finished and get it out of the way, and then I'll be down to 2 pieces which kind of feels like not a lot, but like they're really big pieces. I kind of feel like I should have a mid-size or a small project in and about the mix, but I just don't know what that is yet. And plus the new start. Okay, we'll speak about the new start. Oh my god, I've spent so much money in the past like 2 weeks trying to start this new project. You might have guessed, I did say it last time, Gaia, the Earth Goddess, I think that's what it's called, by Bella Filipina. Yeah, it is Bella Filipina. I was like, was it Mirabilia? I get so mixed up between the two. Bella Filipina, it is definitely. She's getting started and I think Kat is going to start it on the 1st of May. I have ordered most of my supplies. I'll talk about that in a minute, to start also on the 1st of May, but they haven't all arrived yet. I should make the 1st of May and maybe sneakily start it early. I'm not sure. It depends because I really want to get the dragon done. I'm never going to finish 30,000 stitches and it's the 5th of March, 5th of April just now. There's no chance I'm going to finish it on time in a month, not a chance. I think I spoke about this before, but the called for fabric is very expensive to ship to the UK. I was looking at fabrics and I think I initially said that I was going to go for a light green. When I looked at the picture of it again, I was like, well, that's not going to work. Well, it could work, but there's probably not enough contrast in her cape to justify using a light green material. Instead, I have gone for a lilac, which I think will look pretty good. I think it should have like a nice contrast. I think it's a Zweigart fabric. I ordered it on Etsy and it's not here yet. It's with Royal Mail. Last weekend we went to a hobbycraft store that is nowhere near us and the amount of stock they had of DMC colours was unbelievable. I've never seen such a well-stocked hobbycraft. I ended up picking the 30 colours that I needed for the Bella Filipina, the DMC colours. Apart from Blanc, they did have it in the little cubby, but it didn't have the little end tag on it to say it was Blanc, and I was like, there's no other ones in there. I do have some Blanc in stash somewhere, so I can just use that. I'm not too fussed, or I can just pick it up whenever, because usually the Blanc's pretty easy to get hold of. It's the 310 usually that I find I can't get it anywhere. I bought all of my DMC colours, I've bobbinated them all, they're all ready to go. I'm waiting on my fabric and it just leaves the beads and the Karen Water Lilies thread to buy. Oh my goodness, they're expensive. So I think all in all they're like another £40 on top of the already £40 that I spent on my DMC colours, and the £15 on fabric, and the £15 that I spent on the pattern. So it's like snowballing. It's a really expensive project. What I'm planning to do, because I won't need the beads straight away, that waits till the end. The Karen Water Lilies, I think I can just work without them just now, and then I can buy them way down the line, because let's be honest, I'm not going to finish it for a really long time. I just need to save my pennies, save my little pot for my cross stitch supplies to buy the beads. Lakeside Needlecrafts did have them all in stock and I was so close to hitting the button, and I was like, this is pointless. Like, I'm not even I don't even have my fabric yet. I'm not even going to start it for at least another month. Will that backfire on me? Maybe. but that is to be seen. So yes, I should be starting that around about 1st of May. Apparently there's another Flosstuber doing it, but I don't know who it is, so I'll be excited to see. Speaking of Flosstube, I've been so terrible. I really went into my holiday with the intention of catching up on Flosstube, and I just haven't. They're all sitting on my watch later list, but I've been really enjoying Elden Ring still, so I've been watching videos on Elden Ring. Another YouTuber that I watch, Carl Watson, he released his Midnight Train to Georgia series, so I've been watching that. That's been really good. I still haven't finished that either. I just don't actually know what I've really been doing, apart from there might be one little reason for it. I picked up Demon Souls for PS5 and I have been inhaling it. It's been so good. Elden Ring was my first like Soulsborne game. I fell in love with like everything to do with it, so I'm pouncing on the DLC once it comes out. Although I started a new character, then I bought Demon Souls, so I've been like in the Demon Souls world for a really long time. And I need to get to Elden Ring and get my character up to the place that it needs to be for the DLC coming out in June. Will it happen? I don't know. So that's why my stitching time has been sacrificed. What else did I actually do on my week off? I can't remember, but I do this thing every time I have time off work. I make like a big list of everything that I would, I don't know, not pressing, but like I would like to accomplish that I just wouldn't normally when I'm working during the week. So like stuff like wash the car, sort out the paperwork drawer, because you know, the drawer that just everything is tucked in. Yeah, I like to clean that out every now and again. Finishing big projects like my sewing project bag. Once I do like really mundane tasks like take out the bin, I'm like, oh, I'll add that to my to-do list and just check it off. I done a lot of walking actually. I went out for a walk most days. On the Monday I went for a walk at like a park. It was absolutely chucking it down, so I was absolutely soaked, like you know that way you're soaked like right through. Luckily I had a waterproof jacket on, but I was soaked literally right through. My socks were wringing and I ended up getting blisters on the backs of my heels because my shoes were so wet and my socks were rubbing. I had to take a couple of days off, but I did go for walks most days and it was just really nice just to be able to chill and hang out and not really do much, you know. It's just great. And I don't even think I edited any of my Flosstube videos apart from one, which is really short and it's actually going out today. I need to put a post up on that. We have watched quite a few movies and stuff like that. I've screenshotted a lot of things because I want to talk about them on my Instagram, but I just haven't got the chance to yet. Oh, I was playing Unravel on PS5 and oh, my heart. It just pulls at your heartstrings so much. That was such a nice experience. I wouldn't say it's light and fluffy, but something like nice to play, like with a really nice story in it, then definitely recommend Unravel. I was playing with Troy. It Takes Two. It's a multiplayer game that you can do couch co-op with. That's a beautiful little story too. So again, I highly recommend, even if you're not into gaming, it's really fun. There's lots of little mini games and stuff like that. It's just a really nice experience to have with someone. I did start reading I'm Glad My Mum Died by Jeanette McCurdy. She's one of the Nickelodeon stars that's come out in the, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's like the series that's spotlighting all the things that happened at Nickelodeon Studios. Got this out from the library and I just couldn't really get into it, and I don't know if it's because I was maybe a little bit old at that time and I didn't really follow Nickelodeon in-person shows when I was young. I was more like that So Raven, Lizzie McGuire type of girl instead of like, was it iCarly? I don't even know them. I don't know. So I just couldn't get into it and that's been returned to the library now. What else? Ooh, we watched a really good movie. This is on Freebie. So Freebie is a service. It's not with Amazon Prime, but it's an Amazon service. Anyone can go and watch Freebie. It's totally free, but it just has ads in it. We watched the movie Jungle with Daniel Radcliffe in it, and it's about this guy who goes into the jungle with his friends and a guide, and he ends up getting lost for like 18 days or something like that in the jungle. It's a really good movie actually. This is the one we just finished, like not last night, the night before. Ricky Stenicki on Amazon Prime. If you like really dumb movies like The Hangover, kind of like The In-Betweeners, it was just a real like mishmash of like lots of different movies that we've seen over the years, and it was actually okay. It was quite funny. We were like, is that John Cena? And like looking at him, and we actually had to go onto IMDb and Troy's like, yeah, it is John Cena, and I was like, no way. Like, you can see that it's him, but I just totally didn't click. And the main guy as well is Zac Efron, and I was like, what? No way is that Zac Efron. He's really lost his baby face, so I think that's why I didn't really recognise him. That's pretty much what we've been doing. We've not really been up to much. We're still just chipping away, saving for our house. Over the Easter weekend we went to Loch Lomond, which is about an hour from us. There's a really nice walk. Well, actually the West Highland Way, which is a really long distance walk. It goes from Drummond, I think, just outside of Glasgow. It's like 20 minutes on the train outside Glasgow. It goes from Drummond to Fort William, so it goes through the Scottish Highlands. A lot of people do the walk in summer, although you get attacked by midges. Balmaha is a place on the loch where the West Highland Way passes through. It's quite a good walking path because it just goes for miles and miles and miles, obviously. The whole trip from Drummond to Fort William's maybe about 80 miles or something like that, which I would love to do one day, but Troy's just getting back to being on his bike after his fractured shoulder, so that's good. He's got some physio now, so he's getting well on the mend, so that might be something that we pencil in for next year. We need things that are probably kind of local, no big holidays for us unfortunately, unless we get an absolute bargain of a house, and we'll see how it goes. So no trips for us unfortunately, although that's what we do love to do. We do love traveling. We're just keeping ourselves occupied with everything else just now. For me, it's gaming, cross-stitching and video editing because this takes so long. I love doing it. The mermaid video that I'm putting together, I've watched through the clips. I've just put them onto one big timeline so I can watch it right through. I'm gonna film some clips right after this for that video, and it's just so nice seeing it all come together, and I love it so much. But editing a 2-hour video, I swear to God, takes me about 6 hours. It's because I like to chat and I have a lot of gaps and there's just a lot of bits that I like to tweak in between, because maybe a little bit not controversial, but I don't mean to put a dampener on what anyone else does. Like, I love watching one take videos, but I don't love watching a one take video of me, you know, so I have to smush it down. I really appreciate people that do that, because not that you're like respectful of my time, I don't mean it like that, but it just means like, you know, you're conscious that I only have so much time in my day to spend with whoever it may be. If you're choosing to come to me, I hope I'm trying to respect your time and giving you entertainment. I don't know. See, when I ask you on YouTube, like, what is your video category? And I'm like, I don't really know. Because it's like people and blogs, entertainment, how-to, animation, like there's loads of different categories, and they thought about them probably back in like 2008. Social media and YouTube and everything's changed a lot since 2008. So do you not think we need to revisit these categories, YouTube, or do they not really matter and you could just bin them? I don't know, I'm waffling now. So coming up on the channel then, so we've got the mermaid start to finish. I've also got another wishlist video that I've filmed already. I just need to edit it, and then I need to get cracking filming some more stuff because I don't have anything after that. I was hoping to do the big markup RXP video, but just honestly I haven't had the brain capacity, do you want to call it that, to actually figure out what I want to do for it yet. So I'm gonna leave that on the back burner until I've got a little bit more of a clearer vision in my head, because otherwise it will just go phew and it'll be rubbish. I don't want to waste my time. I need to sit on it a little bit longer. I think as well what I wanted to do was marking up on GoodNotes, if that's a system that you use, maybe a tutorial on how to do that. And then also I wanted to do, so this is your first cross stitch kit, what next? That kind of video, but I don't have any cross stitch kits apart from my Pusheen one that I've already opened. I might buy something new. Excellent. Anyway, thank you very much for watching if you've watched all the way to this rambly end, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Love you! Bye! I don't know what we're gonna do first. Will we do Flosstube first or finish off Mermaid first? That's what we're doing. Hold on. I'm gonna stop this and then we'll start properly. And then please, doctor, have mercy on me. I missed a stitched. No, I don't even know what I was saying. Does it fit? Did I try this? Maybe it was a different one. Oh my gosh, that's so overexposed. I don't know what to do about that. Is that in manual mode? Maybe that's why. Yeah, it is. It's in manual mode. Dang it! Anyway, my socks coming off. My socks keep falling down and I don't know why.